Hey guys, welcome back. It's John here from the Morning Mug. I'm your host. Let's sit back here and let's get into another topic. I'd like to thank the comments that I got from the other day's show about the Tesla. Keep them coming. Please join the channel. That'd be much appreciated. Help us to grow. So, tonight, I was driving home today and I seen some stuff that bothered me a little bit. Not much, but it has to do with the motorhomes and stuff like that I see on the side of the roads. People are living in them, and and it makes you think: have we gotten so bad in our society where we have to buy a motorhome in order to live and be able to call it your own? I know here in BC it's very, very difficult to be able to buy your own home. I'll never be able to afford one. I know that. Even the rents here are sometimes ridiculous. A studio apartment in Vancouver itself is upwards of $2,000. And that's not really all that big if you think about it. I think it's like 800 square feet, something like that. So it doesn't give you a lot of room. And it's really no better wherever you go here in Canada. There was a time that the East Coast was a lot cheaper than up here. Now, don't get me wrong, it still is cheaper, but you take what they make per hour over on the East Coast, it's about the same as here. Where does that leave the young folks, the younger generation, that are just coming to the age where they want to be able to settle down, get married, own their own house? Is that going to be a dream, a pipe dream in the future? I only see the prices of homes go up, not go down, always go up. Property taxes are through the roof. You know, a townhouse in Cloverdale, $1 million. And we're just talking a townhome. A very small yard to begin with, or no yard. A one car garage. That's crazy. So I can see why people buy these dilapidated motorhomes to live in. Me and my wife, we actually have a 40-foot motorhome that we were living in for half a year. This was last year, I think it was. Yeah, last year. We could not do it. It's great. I mean, yeah, it's great to save money, but you still have to find a place to be able to keep this thing. That's why you go out over the highway and you see most of our rest stops now are just covered in these motorhomes or tow along trailers or whatever it is. It's not really a rest stop no more. It's home to these people. And that's sad. That's really, really sad. There are places around town that will let you rent their land to put your motorhome on there and live. But you're still looking, they still want $1,000 just to do that. So you're basically paying $1,000 pad rent. Most of these places don't have anywhere that you can still dump, because you got to dump in a motorhome. Your tanks are not that big. They're not the same size as a septic tank. You got to have fresh running water, and electricity in order to run your motorhome. So that's why some of these people are just moving from spot to spot to spot to spot because they don't have to pay anything. They have to pay for that little bit of gas that gets them from point A to point B. And hopefully, they're finding places that they can dump. You know, some of the nicer places that we used to go camping is all taken over by these trailers that people are living in now. If you go up over Chilliwack Lake Road there's 4 or 5 of them on the side of the road that are permanently there now. There's a couple there that looks like they've been there for years, and in fact they have been. It's like they plan on living there for the rest of their lives. I don't know. But they have an outhouse there and this and that and the other thing. And there's one there that has I don't know, storage and wood places. It's kind of crazy, really. Would I live in an RV again? I think I would if things were different. If there was a spot that I could go that was peaceful and I was able to dump, I wouldn't care about electricity because I have a generator. I run it off generator. I would. Or I go full solar. The only thing that would bother me would be the dumping thing. The garbage and stuff like that, well, you can take that to the dump. That's not a big thing. In a few years, we plan on leaving here and going to the Philippines anyway. But we're still going to be keeping our motorhome because we plan on coming back and forth, every 6 months and grabbing a motorhome and touring, right? So we're looking forward to that. I know when we lived in the motorhome, during the summer, it was great. It was awesome. You came home from work, you were able to sit out in the sun, do what you needed to do, and go in and go to bed. During the winter, it got cold. It really got cold. Because you got to remember, these things don't have proper insulation. And God forbid there be a cold wind that decides to swoop up and underneath and freeze all your pipes and you can't get a shower or use your water and stuff like that. I really pity these people that actually do this. Now, some of these people are used to it, though. There's a few there's a little community. I forget where it was. I think I seen the thing. It was in Calgary, if I'm not mistaken. And they're living inside their motorhomes or vans or whatever else. But, I mean, they're doing good. They got big old heaters inside of their vans, and it's fully insulated. They're nice and warm. They're toasty. But it's a full community, and if one needs help, the other person comes and helps them. That's great. That's pretty good. As for me, would I live back in a motorhome? I don't think so. I really don't. It's just too many availables when it comes to living in a motorhome. Me and my wife had to get out of there. There was a couple of reasons why we left. We were there starting to go on through the winter, and we had a cold snap, and we couldn't use water. We couldn't use the bathroom. We couldn't, And then, of course, when it started to thaw out, we got mold. Because the circulation, we weren't opening our windows and stuff like that for the air to circulate properly within the motorhome. So, of course, moisture, mold. It is what it is. And you wonder if some of these people don't live the same way. My wife was coughing and hacking and doing it all. It was crazy. And I just said enough is enough. We were lucky to find a one-bedroom place, everything included. Great, great landlord. And yeah, we're happy. Some days are stressful, yes, because it is a small place, but it is what it is, right? We're able to afford it and not worry about not being able to afford it, which is great. Anyway, guys, I thank you for watching tonight. Hopefully you'll join me here again tomorrow. And for those people that are living inside your motorhome or your van or whatever it may be, hopefully in the future, you'll be able to get you out of, if you want to, that is, you'll be able to get out of that situation and into a rented apartment or a place of your own. That's my wish for you. Until next time, guys, stay safe, be good to one another, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.